Hello, students of class 10. Like one chapter left for history, that is the nationalism in India. So today we are going to start with the nationalism in India. Clear? Now, as you have seen, that modern nationalism in Europe came to be associated with whom? The formation of the nation states. Okay. It is also meant a change in people's understanding of who they were and how they identify themselves and the sense of belonging. New symbols, the icons, the new songs and ideas, they all flourished and they redefined the boundaries of the communities. Clear? Same thing in India, as in Vietnam and many other colonies, the growth of the modern nationalism is intimately connected to whom? To the anti-colonial movement. So people, they began discovering the unity in the process of their struggle with colonization. Clear? Sense of being oppressed under colonialism provided a shared bond that tied many different groups together. But each group or each class, they felt the effect of colonialism differently. Their experience were very different and their notions of freedoms were also very different from each other. It was not same at all. Clear? So Congress under Mahatma Gandhi, they tried to fork these groups together within one movement. Clear? Now, because we all know that Mahatma Gandhi, he was the father of the nation. He always used to say that unity should be there among the people of the India, whether it is a Hindu or Muslim. Clear? Now, in an earlier textbook, you have already read about the growth of the nationalism in India. Okay. Then, in this chapter, we are going to learn about the non-cooperation movement, civil disobedience movement. Clear? We are going to explore how the Congress developed the national movement, how different social groups this participated in this movement, and how nationalism captured the imaginations of the people. Clear? Next one is the First World War, Khilafat as well as a non-cooperation. Now in the years after 1919, what we saw that the national movement spreading to a new areas, incorporating a new social group, developing a new modes of struggle. Okay, how we can understand these developments? What are the main implications did they have? Okay, so first one you have to learn that the First World War, it created a new economic and political situation. It led to a huge increase in the defense expenditure, clear, which makes the whole country under the war loans and increasing taxes. Then custom duties were raised, income tax introduced. Now through the war years, prices increased, clear. Now there was a very extreme hardship for the common people. Villages were called upon to supply soldiers and they were forced to go to the war from the rural areas. Clear? So after that, what happened? Crops started to fail in many parts of India, which resulted in the acute shortages of food. So this was accompanied by what? Influenza epidemic. Clear? So influenza epidemic, how it happened? Due to the that the poor people, they were starvation to death. Clear? So according to the census of 1921, 12 to 13 million people, they perished as a result of famines and the epidemic. Clear? Now people, they hoped that their hardship would end after the war was over. Okay, but it did not happen. Now at this stage, what happened? A new leader appeared and they suggested a new way of struggle. Clear? First one is the idea of satyagraha. Clear? Satyagraha means what? Satya means truth and graha means what? The way. Clear? So Mahatma Gandhi, when he returned from Africa to India in January 1915, as you know, he had come from South Africa when he had successfully fought the racist regime with a novel method of mass agitation, which he called a satyagraha. Clear? Now, the idea of the satyagraha emphasized the power, the truth, and the need to search for truth. Clear? Because Mahatma Gandhi, when he was there in South Africa, he himself became the victim of the skin discoloration. Clear? Now, it suggested that if the cause was true, If the struggle was against injustice, then the physical force was not necessary to fight with the oppressor. Okay, because Mahatma Gandhi's two weapon was there, truth and non-violence. Okay, now without seeking any of the vengeance or any aggressiveness, he said that we are going to win the battle through non-violence. Clear? Now, people, those who are included in this movement, they have to be persuaded to see the truth instead of being forced to accept the truth through the use of violence. Clear? So truth was bound to ultimately trump. Mahatma Gandhi believed that the dharma of non-violence could unite all the Indians together. Okay, now when he appeared or when he arrived in India, Mahatma Gandhi, he successfully organized or launched the satyagraha movement in various parts of the country. Now in 1960 he traveled to Champaran in Bihar. Why? To inspire the peasants to struggle against the oppressive plantation system. Then in 1970, he organized a satyagraha to support the peasants of the Khera district of Gujarat. Clear? After that, in 1918, Mahatma Gandhi went to Ahmedabad to organize a satyagraha movement amongst the cotton mill traders. Clear? Or the workers. Now, next one is the Rowlatt Act. Now, what is the Rowlatt Act? What was written in Rowlatt Act? Now, Gandhiji in 1990, he decided to launch a nationwide satyagraha. Against whom? Against the Rowlatt Act 1919. Okay. And this act had been hurriedly, okay, very fast, it passed through the Imperial Legislative Council. Clear? Now, it gave the government the enormous power to repress the political activities and allow the detentions of political prisoners without trial for the 2 years. That is why, okay, Mahatma Gandhi was against the Rowlatt Act. So Mahatma Gandhi, he wanted non-violent civil disobedience against such kind of an unjust law, which start with the Hartal on 6th April. Clear? Now, rallies were organized in various parts of the cities. Workers, they went on the strike in railway workshops. Shops was closed down. Clear? So what happened? You can see local leaders at that time. What happened? The British administration decided what they say, that if Gandhiji is against the Rowlatt Act, we are also going to do the same thing. So what they did, local leaders were picked up from the Amritsar. Mahatma Gandhi was been stopped from entering Delhi. So on 10th April, the police in Amritsar fired upon a peaceful procession. Clear? Now, provoking what? Widespread attack on banks, post office as well as railway stations. Clear? Martial law was imposed and General Dyer took the command. Clear? Now, when we saying that the name of General Dyer, you must know we are going to talk about the very heartbreaking incident in Jallianwala Bagh incident. Clear? So, which occurred on 13 April. Okay. Now, on that day, what happened, children? A large crowd gathered in the enclosed ground of Jallianwala Bagh. Okay, some of the people, they came to protest against the government's new repressive measures. Other, they came to attend the annual Baisakhi fair. Okay, now, being the part outside the city, many villages, they were not aware that there was a martial law has been imposed on them. They were not aware what is going to happen to them. Okay, they even don't know why, who is General Dyer, why he has came to Jallianwala Bagh. Clear? Now, as General Dyer entered the area, he blocked the exit point. And exit was only one, children. Clear? And opened fire on the crowd, killing hundreds of innocent people out there. Now, what was the object of the General Dyer? He declared was to produce a moral effect to create in the minds of satyagrahis the feeling of the terror and the awe. Clear? Now, why General Dyer he opened fire on the crowd? That was the retaliation that he has taken due to the Rowlatt Act. Okay, because Gandhiji was against the Rowlatt Act, he started for the movement. So General Dyer, he imposed such kind of a threatening feeling to the Indian people. Now, as the news of Jallianwala Bagh spread, crowds took to the streets in many North Indian towns. Okay, there was a strike, clashes with the police, attack on the government buildings. Okay, they responded with the brutal repression, seeking to humiliate and terrorize the people. Satyagrahis, now what the Satyagrahis was about to do, they were forced to rub their nose on the ground, crawl on the streets, they have to do salam to all the sahib. Okay, so people, they were flocked, they run into the villages. Okay, they were all bombed. Okay, so this kind of a violence, when spread it out all over the country, Mahatma Gandhi called off that movement. Clear? Now, when the Rowlatt Satyagraha had been a widespread movement, it was still limited mostly in the cities as well as at town. Mahatma Gandhi now felt the need to launch a more broad-based movement in India. But he was certain that no such movement could be organized without bringing the Hindus and Muslims together. Because Mahatma Gandhi was always in favor for the unity of Hindus and Muslim. Okay, he has already used to think that if we bring Hindus and Muslim together, we can overcome from the fear of the British rule. Clear? Now, but he was very not certain that such kind of a movement can create such kind of a havoc among the people. Clear? Now, one way of doing is that he felt was to take up the Khilafat issue. Now, the First World War had ended, okay, with the defeat of the Ottoman Empire, that is the other part of the country. Clear? And there were the rumors that there was a harsh peace treaty was going to be imposed on the Ottoman Emperor. Clear? Now, to defend the Khalifa's temporal power, Khilafat Committee was formed in Bombay in March 1919. Okay, there you can see a young generation of Muslim leaders. They were the two brothers, Muhammad Ali and Shaukat Ali. Okay, they began to discuss with Mahatma Gandhi about the possibility of united mass actions against the Britishers. So Gandhiji, he saw that this is a golden opportunity to bring the Muslims under the umbrella of a unified national movement. So that is why Gandhiji, along with the Muslim brothers, Muhammad Ali and Shaukat Ali, they started what? They started the Khilafat civil disobedience movement. Clear? Non-cooperation movement. Clear? Now, in this famous book, whose book? Hind Swaraj. It was written by whom? By Mahatma Gandhi. He declared that the British rule was established in India with the cooperation of the Indians and had survived only because of his cooperation. Now, if Indians would have refused to cooperate, British rule in India would collapse within the year and Swaraj would have come. Clear? Now, how could non-cooperation become a movement? So Gandhiji, what they did? He said that we are going to run this movement according to the different stages. First stage will be surrender of titles that the government have been awarded, and second, the boycott of the civil services, army, police, courts and legislative council, schools and the foreign goods. Then, in the case the government, if use a repression, full civil disobedience campaign will be launched. Okay. So what happened? Summer of 1920, Mahatma Gandhi and Shaukat Ali toured extensively. They all toured extensively, mobilizing people to support the movement. But as you all know that at that time Congress, they were not united with each other. Clear? Because it was been divided into two of the parties. So many within the Congress were, however, concerned about the proposal. They were reluctant to boycott the council elections scheduled for the November 19. They feared that the movement might lead to the popular violence. Okay, so in the month between September and December, there was an intense tussle. Tussle means what? Little bit of a war, dialogue war, okay, within the Congress. Okay, finally what happened? At the Congress session at Nagpur in December 1920, a compromise was worked out and non-cooperation program was adopted. Clear? So this much for today, children. We are going to do in the next video. Thank you.